I think they were Muslim.
Yeah, I mean, there's
They
Muslim
said
cultures that
they-
have more than one wife.
They were saying that they did it for the provision of the women mostly. It wasn't because, oh, the man just wants to have a bunch of wives because she's a man.
Oh.
They were saying it was more of a good deed from a economic standpoint.
I see what you're saying. Because
So-
there probably wasn't enough men, so then one man had to take more women.
I guess so.
Because from what I know, I'm not Muslim. From what I know, that what my friend who is Muslim told me, he did say, like, back in the day, it was you can have as many wives as that you can afford to take care of.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they all have to have an equal living situation.
But now it's his current love life that's in the spotlight.
Are you okay with my referring to it as polyamory?
Sure.
How do you define it? What does it mean?
So there's a few titles that I guess make sense, but we don't really rock with the titles. I'm in a relationship with 4 beautiful women. We are in love. We're building on a team. We're a team. We are a unit.
Neyo isn't alone in his entree to non-monogamy.
We're only dating within ourselves.
Shows like TLC's Poly Family, exploring the lives of 2 married couples who also date each other and raise a family together.
We realized we could love more than one person and make our own rules.
We're taking you inside the world of polyamory.
Polyamory is still really taboo. There's a fascination around it. It's sensational in a way.
And Neyo responding to the backlash he's faced.
Y'all really trying to normalize polygamy. It's not happening.
I don't understand how all this works. I don't understand the point, purpose, rhyme, or reason.
We're allowing you to peek through the keyhole if you want to, but if you don't want to, then don't. If you don't like it, then stop. Very simple. My life has found its way into a song in one way, shape, form, or fashion. This aspect of my life is no exception to that.
These songs he's written, mega hits for megastars.
That song, I originally wrote it to sing myself. When we finished it, we knew we had something special, but something didn't feel right. And then it kind of hit us all at the same time. We should probably let a woman sing this song. Beyonce heard it and turned it into the hit that we all now know and love.
And why did a woman need to sing that song?
If they wanted to. They're beautiful women. Yeah, I feel like I've made it be known to all of them. If for whatever reason, this situation suddenly does not meet the needs that you have, you are 100% welcome to leave.
What made you decide to go public with it?
I don't have anything to hide, because I'm not ashamed of anything that I'm doing.
He first introduced the world to his 4 girlfriends on Instagram, writing, "Ladies and gents, I present my pyramid."
What does that mean, a pyramid?
A pyramid has 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the point that sits on top. Yeah, and there's 5 of us.
What happens if there's another point that enters into the equation?
I will figure that out. Cross that bridge should we come to it.
They don't see other people outside of it. So they're exclusive to you. Are you exclusive to the 4 of them, or is there outside adventuring as well?
It's kind of up in the air. I mean, my heart is with them.
It's poly. I mean, by definition, he has multiple loves, many loves. They're all aware of each other, more than aware of each other.
Ah, man.
Let's touch on that last point first, where he kind of gave a non-answer that was an answer. Meaning, yes, he can be with other women, but they cannot be with other men and stay in his pyramid. That's what I got from it. I don't know about you.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I think that's OD.
What's OD? We gotta specify.
You already have 4 girlfriends and then you're gonna get outside. I'm like, dang, bro, like you must love headaches. That's too much. 4 girlfriends? Like that's something that in reality, I mean, that's something in fantasy land that sounds great, but like in reality, I don't think I would want 4 girlfriends.
I don't want it in fantasy or reality, if I'm being honest. The idea of a man who's very successful, a lot of money, a lot of status, having options makes, okay, I won't say it makes sense. I'll just say that
I mean, it does make sense.
Well, let's say this. Oh, okay, fine. But I'll say that, because if I say it makes sense, it kind of means you think that it's right or it's okay.
I mean, it makes sense because I don't see any poor people doing that.
Well.
And then proudly showing them all. Like, they might do it and other people might not know about it.
I mean, you saw the example they gave of those 2 married couples. Technically, I don't think they're rich, but they're all in a polygamous situation.
I'm talking about more in the sense the way that he's doing it.
Yeah, so as a man of his status, his money, all that, do they typically have a lot of women, or some of them, especially in that industry? Sure. So having multiple women, okay, that's not new. I see them do that. Now, to have multiple girlfriends, though, that to me is like you said, it's a headache. Why? Why not?
Yeah, it's too much, man.
I guess, so the question will become, why? Because, okay, if the one thing, if you like to have a lot of extracurricular activities, if you know what I mean. Okay, I can understand that. You like to you're the type of guy you want to go and have a lot of variety.
Yeah.
All right, whatever you want to do. That's just trying to get that out. But why are you? What makes you want to have multiple girlfriends? What are you getting from that? You know?
I mean, I think what I see is that, and this is gonna sound kind of messed up or kind of odd, but I feel like I feel like, especially the way that people date now, a lot of people talk to a bunch of different people.
Sure.
They might not be sleeping with all those people,
Right.
but they talk to a bunch of different people. In his case, because he's a celebrity, he probably is sleeping with all of them. So he probably just decided, you know what? I don't feel like going, because Neo's a known cheater. Let's be honest. He's a known cheater. He's cheated in his marriage. I'm not trying to take shots at him. Extremely talented guy. I mean, he's admitted to it. So instead of like him just going through the whole, you know, lying and trying to cover it up, he's just like, hey, listen, y'all gonna be my girlfriend, and then they're with it.
So I think you're right about how it came to formation.
Yeah.
I think what you said is probably how it came to form. My question still is, why are you dating all of them? Like, what you could do is just be transparent with all of them. Hey, like, if you find one that's like, listen, I really like you.
I see what you're saying. Have one of them as the man, the other one's side.
You know, that sounds bad. But
it sounds terrible.
Yeah, I'm just saying for him, like, okay, you're my main girl.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm having relations with these other women, just so you know, so you're not blindsided by that.
I mean, if we're being honest, there's always a pecking order or something.
That's true too.
So I mean, I guarantee you, there's one that's probably like the one that like runs all the other ones, and then.
Probably.
Like, this sounds so crazy. But yeah, there's probably one that's like the one he really likes that puts everyone else in order and organizes stuff. And the other ones are probably just kind of like, if you've ever seen any of those shows, it's normally like that. Like, there's one of them that's like serious and like she's all about it and she like runs everybody. There's one that's kind of like ditzy and the other one is just kind of up in there.
That's in every group dynamic, whether it's polygamous relationship, whether it's a work team, whether it's anything. Like, there's always going to be roles that people kind of fall into. You have the person that dominates talking most of the time. You have the person that's very like focused on details.
Yeah. They're all needed in the team.
Yeah, I would say, and by the way, if you know more about this, correct me, but I had someone tell me before that I think I would take what they're saying be true, is that they said that in the cultures where, I think they were Muslim.
Yeah, I mean, there's Muslim cultures that have more than one wife.
They were saying that they did it for the provision of the women mostly. It wasn't because, the man just wants to have a bunch of wives because she's a man.
Oh.
They were saying it was more of a good deed from a economic standpoint.
I see what you're saying. Because there probably wasn't enough men, so then one man had to take more women.
I guess so.
Because from what I know, I'm not Muslim. From what I know, that what my friend who is Muslim told me, he did say like back in the day, it was you can have as many wives as that you can afford to take care of, and they all have to have an equal living situation.
Right. So and I guess I brought that up to say, okay, for those of us like myself who wonder, okay, well, what does a woman get out of this? Well, in a case like this, they get access to a lot of things they otherwise wouldn't. Neo's super rich.
Yeah.
They get a lifestyle they might not get. So then, okay, cool. They might be cool with, okay, I'll trade off having my time with him exclusively for the cars, the clothes, the house, the trips. The food, the security, the lifestyle. So I'm just saying, I'm trying to get every side.
No, I mean, I understand. I mean, listen, I think I saw one guy do like street interviews, right? Mm-hmm. And one of the questions was like, is there a guy that you would date that you'd be okay with being like a side chick or something like that? And of course, they're naming all like rappers and athletes and stuff like that. So I mean, there's a type of person that's with it. So I mean,
that's the same type of person. Because some women would be like, no, I'd rather be with the guy that doesn't have that much and just have him.
But I think the thing about this situation that makes me say like that's a little bit odd is normally that people, because let's be honest, there are people that are already doing this.
Yeah.
That are already doing this, already full aware. I think Hugh Hefner did it. My thing is they're so comfortable with it being public. That's the thing. Because there are people doing it on the private, but doing it in public is completely different. Because then you're facing the scrutiny.
Interesting. Very interesting. You're right about that. Probably because he's such a public figure that one way or another, someone would try to expose him. So it's like exposing yourself to get ahead of it. Maybe. Like, okay, well, they're probably going to see me out with these girls and we're going to be doing certain things. They're probably going to be like, paparazzi or whatever. Yeah. So maybe that's why. Or maybe they're just...
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe they really just don't care.
No, I mean, they probably don't.
Yeah, they just don't care.
It seems like Neo doesn't care. I'm not gonna lie. I like Neo's attitude about this whole situation. He's like, I'm going to do what I want.
I feel like it's forced. I think he actually feels that way, but when he comes across... It comes across to me as like forced cavalier behavior. Like, he's kind of like, whatever.
You feel like it's forced?
A little bit. I think that he really believes what he's saying. I believe him as well. But I don't, like, it just seems very like, I'm going to make sure you know that I don't care. Like, if you don't care, you don't care. Like, it's, But I do think he doesn't really care.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. From what I've always gotten from Neo, like I've watched like a decent amount of interviews from Neo. Neo always seems to be a very kind of like, he honestly, he just always strikes me as unbothered. Yeah. Like I've seen him go to the Breakfast Club a lot of times. Charlamagne asks him the most ridiculous questions. He's just kind of like,
Okay. Well, I don't
he doesn't seem like a very kind of like, because there's some people where someone says, oh, did this happen? Did you do this? And they're just like, man, stop asking me about it. Like, they're all angry about it. He's just kind of like, I did it.
Okay.
I'm a cheater. Yeah.
Well,
You know.
you have more context. So if that's how he normally is, then sure, then this is him. I haven't really seen. I'm not sure if I ever seen any Neyo interview in my life. So, but yeah, shout out to them. I mean, look, not to sound like an old person, not to sound like an old conservative, but and I'm also not making a value judgment or a moral judgment. But it does seem though that a lot of societies that are successful were built on not polygamy. Not saying that it can't work, but historically speaking, societies weren't built on this type of situation.
No, and it makes sense why it's not.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like if one person was getting like a whole bunch of girls and then like all the other guys were just kind of like, why you can hate outside the club? You can't even get it. They just kind of like.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can kind of understand why that wouldn't work in society. That would definitely breed a lot of jealousy. Ultimately, I'm not gonna say that this is a bad decision. I mean, I think if he's being honest with everybody, I mean, I think it's a good decision. I mean, I just wouldn't say it publicly, but you know, to each his own.
Well, that sounds contradictory. If it's a good decision, why should you be ashamed to say it publicly? Oh, because you just don't want to have scrutiny?
Well, I mean, I'm saying that more for the women's side opposed to Neyo, because Neyo's gonna do whatever, and people are just gonna be like, okay, that's Neyo. But for the women, I feel like there's more scrutiny on their side, because then they're getting a whole bunch of random comments like, why would you accept this? Blah blah blah. Da, 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 da.
I think if you're gonna do something like that, you gotta own it. Unless you want to like live in secrecy. No one really wants to live in secrecy. So I mean, if you're gonna be a woman and you're about that life, then be about, or a man if you're about. Although I don't really see that very often, but or a man if you're about that life.
your wife has 4 husbands.
I mean, I'm sure there's other.
That's wild. No, it probably. I would not be surprised.
I wouldn't either.
Actually, I think they had a show about that. I don't think
Okay.
it was 4 though. I think it was like 2.
One too many already.
Yeah.
But
not for me.
Not for me. But you know, be out there. Don't hide it. If you're about it, be about it. So
would you have 4 girlfriends?
No, I would not.
What about 2?
No. Why do I need more than one girlfriend? Now, would I like? I have a past. We all do. Not all of us, maybe, but some of us do. I shouldn't say too much, but I mean, none of us here are virgins. Put it that way. But I don't want to have multiple girlfriends at once. Why? Would you?
No, that seems like a headache. I'll be honest.
It's too much. Like for what?
Like it sounds cool, and you're like, that would be entertaining. But then you think about it, like,
Well, let's not judge. Let me approach this with open mind. Tell me why you think it'd be cool. I'm just curious, actually. I'm not even like.
I mean, as a guy, I mean, obviously there's a part of intimacy that would be good with a, you know what I'm saying? You get a bad girl, you know what I'm saying?
True.
But like on a practical level, and if like just being in a relationship with someone, and then like it's hard to have a relationship with one person, and then you add 2, and then 3, and then 4. Like I'm good. I don't have enough. Like if I did that, I don't think I'd be able to even have a job.
That is well. You know though, you know what?
That would be the job.
Well, and that's why it takes a man a certain resources, but because you know you can hire people to do. But anyway, now that I think about it, I still wouldn't do it. But if everybody played their role and played it well, then there could be like a synergistic effect. Like if everybody plays their role, I'll say it again, and plays it well, then it's one of those situations where 2 heads are better than 1. I guess 5 or 4 heads are better than 1, and maybe like you just like this girlfriend handles all your accounting, or just for example, none of them like accountants. Not to be judging
at all. I mean, I don't look like an accountant either, so it's whatever.
This one handles your planning, your scheduling, right?
Yeah.
You get my point. I don't need to go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I can see how that could work.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it would be clutch if you had kids. Like if you had a lot of kids and be like, all right, well, take care of my kid this one day, this chick takes care of my kid the other day.
It'd be like a built-in community. Yeah. There could be times where I could see it making sense.
This is your other auntie.
Yeah, bro.
Your other auntie. Oh, I have a lot of aunts.
Bro, but you think about like the village mentality. Like when you grow up in a village, you know, it's not just your parents that raise you.
That's true.
Your aunts will be out there to raise you in a sense, or your grandmother, you know.
All right, decision makers, if you think Neyo made a good decision, leave a like, leave a comment. If you think he made a bad decision and you shouldn't have 4 girlfriends, leave a like, leave a comment. All right, decision makers, have girlfriends if you want to.